What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today on Madden 21, and today it's the Pro Bowl, kind of, maybe. Of course, we know there is no Pro Bowl in real life due to the old COVIDs. Gotta love outbreaks and the end of humanity, right? Of course, though, the Pro Bowl roster was announced, or the rosters were announced, because they went in the traditional, like, NFC, AFC side kind of situation. Actually, no, they went back to that recently. It wasn't, they got rid of the drafting thing, didn't they? Regardless, there's a low amount of players on each side, though, kind of, because, I mean, you have 3 quarterbacks, 3 running backs, but only 4 wide receivers, only 2 tight ends. Very strange to see stuff like that. I mean, only 4 corners. There should be 5 corners, 5 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, but that's not the case. Of course, we will show you guys the rosters right this instance. The Chiefs, representing the AFC side for red, have a 97 overall roster with Patrick Mahomes, Watson, Josh Allen, Chubb, Henry, Jacobs, Patrick Ricard, Tyreek, Keenan, Diggs, A.J. Brown, Travis Kelce, Darren Waller. The NFC side, not very good on tight end, not going to lie. Kittle being out most of the year probably, that probably does it. Tunsil, Quentin Nelson, Bitonio, Marquise Pouncey, Ryan Kelly, David DeCastro, and Orlando Brown for the O-line. Joey Bosa, Myles Garrett, Frank Clark, surprisingly, Cameron Hayward, Chris Jones, and Calais Campbell. TJ Watt obviously having a great year. Darius Leonard, Tremaine Edmonds, Bradley Chubb, Matthew Judon, Gilmore, White, Humphrey, and Xavier Howard, Justin Simmons, Fitzpatrick, Tyrann Mathieu, Justin Tucker, and Jake Bailey all make up the AFC roster. Of course, we're not going to be able to control who comes in and whatnot, especially when we watch this play out. We're going to end up bringing both teams to the Super Bowl. Not that we probably needed to force the wins, but we'll force the wins in the postseason. If they both don't make the postseason, that's just EA being EA at this point. Now we're going to watch. We'll give you a quick glance here, but we're going to watch it back real quick. I did, if I'm not mistaken, now I may have messed up a few, but I assumed just based on, mental knowledge who would be the starters. I put them in the right position, hopefully, but, I mean, we'll see. You got Rodgers as the number 1 for votes. Russell Wilson number 2. I don't know why he's still in 99. He's kind of dropped off a little bit. I will say Rodgers had a pretty poor game against the Jaguars, but here's the trick. Please, as a Packers fan, I don't want you guys to know. I don't want the rivals to know. Press man against the Packers, we will lose. But please, don't tell anyone that, but we will. Kyler Murray, number 3 quarterback. Dalvin Cook at starter. Kamara at 2. Aaron Jones at 3. There's definitely a lot of guys you could have maybe replaced him with. Aaron Jones was injured for a decent bit of time, and the Packers have been, I don't know if they're trying to trick the agent of Aaron Jones or what's the story, but they've been kind of like, hey, Aaron Jones, you don't mind letting your backup get a couple of carries here and there? Kyle Juszczyk at fullback. Ballore, a special teamer. Hopkins at number 1. Devontae at 2. Metcalf at 3. Jefferson at 4. Hawkinson and Ingram. We'll get into the I wouldn't say the bust, but the snubs in a moment. Offensive line, the NFC side is just stacked. You got David Bakhtiari, Terran Armstead, and Trent Williams. Elton Jenkins, who can play anywhere on the line. Andres Pete as the backup. Jason Kelce, once again, we'll get into that in a moment. Brandon Sheriff, Ragnar. Sheriff should be a right guard. We'll put him right there right now. I had to change around a lot of positions because, of course, when you're not in a franchise, you get to not have any money, and you can't trade injured players, so it's a real pain. Right tackle, of course, will be Terran Armstead. And then on the defensive side, I'm going to stall it for you. I believe, if I can remember correctly, you have Cameron Jordan at the left end spots. At right end, you do have Brandon Graham. I don't know how. Chase Young, Aaron Donald, Fletcher Cox, Grady Jarrett, Khalil Mack, Wagner, Fred Warner, Za'Darius, JPP, Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander, James Bradbury, who's had a really good season, and Lattimore. Safeties, Buda Baker, Quandre Diggs, Jamal Adams. Kickers, Younghoe Koo, and Jack Fox. Of course, I'm not going to go into every snub, but some of the ones that, right off the top of my head, that really just got screwed over. Calvin Ridley. Once again, cornerback and wide receivers, one that I don't really argue with too much because there is so many good players that just always get snubbed at those positions. You could have maybe put Allen Robinson on there, considering he's playing for, the Bears, that quarterback situation. Terry McLaurin. For the Jaguars, you could have put, like, James Robinson. Quarterbacks I'm not going to go into. Maybe you could have put Tannehill, but I mean, you can't argue the quarterback position too much. Usually they have that right. One of the big ones, the Packers would have had the most Pro Bowlers of the year if they got this one so easily right for the NFC side. Robert Tonyan. I mean, okay, maybe you have an argument with Hawkinson, right? But Tonyan has 9 more touchdowns than Evan Ingram. I sounded like Hitler. A Nazi. 9 more touchdowns than Evan and like the same yards. And he's actually playing for a playoff team. I don't know, dude. I don't even know, dude. We have other ones. Did we mention Buckner? Definitely on there. Of course, offensive lineman. I didn't really know it until we did that rebuild recently. Wyatt Teller's been playing really good for the Browns. Of course, another Packer you could have definitely put on there. Maybe not over Ragnar, but definitely Kelsey. I'm going to be honest. Jason Kelsey is just a name at this point. The Eagles' offensive line has been garbage. Absolutely garbage. Say what you want about Carson Wentz, but most quarterbacks that aren't like in the 85 to 90 speed category, they're going to get destroyed behind that line. Kelsey's just a name, honestly. I don't think he deserved to be in the Pro Bowl. Corey Linsley was ranked the number 1 center by Pro Football Focus for weeks. Of course, not the always perfect site, but, it's an okay, tool to look at sometimes. Devin White, his numbers have been absolutely insane. I feel like half the numbers came from the Packers, but he has like 8 sacks, 100 and some tackles. He has like a fumble or something like that, a recovery. I mean, it's kind of strange. I'm not going to argue much of the other ones. J.C. Jackson, I suppose, a lot of picks. Darius Williams for the Rams, I've been hearing a lot of things about. I remember I was like, the old guy? Jesse Bates, he's kind of like above mid-tier, but he's always going to get recognized as mid-tier. Lots and lots of names. Like I said, though, I think it's tough for Pro Bowl voting, and I'm not really mad about many. I think, like I said, Robert Tonyan, that's a big one. Buckner's a pretty big miss. Center, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not really too worried about that. Wyatt Teller for the guard position, I think definitely should have made it on the AFC side. There's some other guys. Wide receiver, I'm not going to worry about because there's so many good ones. The 12-4 Seahawks, and then the Chiefs go 15-1. So the better team in Seattle misses the miss the playoffs, but they don't even win their own division. They don't even win their own damn division, but they're the best team. Literally 99 overall. They lost the very first game. Lose to the Niners, lose to the Rams, lose to the Niners again. The Niners, both times. Nice. Of course, the Chiefs, their one loss comes from the Bills. Of course, with everyone being on, all the pretty much good players being on one team, let's take a look at the stats. Mr. Rogers, 4,600. Not like the Mr. Rogers. 4,600 yards, 42 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Dalvin Cook, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. Kamara, 659, 10 touchdowns. Aaron Jones and Roger. Okay, Rogers had a lot of rushing touchdowns. Could be MVP. DK Metcalf, 1-1-1 all the way across the board there. 14 touchdowns. Hopkins, Hawkinson, pretty good. Devontae, Kamara, especially for his receiving ability, meh. O-line, not bad, actually. Tackles, kind of low considering. Donald, 16 sacks. Fletcher Cox, 11. Cameron Jordan, 8. Zedarius, 4.5. Chase Young, 4.5. Mack with 3. We probably were in a 4-3. Maybe should have went with a hybrid. Jair Alexander with 6 interceptions. Budda Baker with 3. Ramsey and Adams with 2 each. Warner, Lattimore, and Wagner with 1. Young-Ho Koo, 7 out of 10. Not bad. Punting, Jack Fox, not bad. Kick return, punt return, Cordero kind of lacking a little bit. And now we shall take a look at the AFC side. The AFC Pro Bowlers, where the hell are they? Mahomes, 4,200 yards, 40 touchdowns, 10 picks, a lot less picks than Rodgers here. Longest pass of 43, really? I feel like he beats that every game. No? Nick Chubb, 12 touchdowns, 1,300 yards, 480 yards for Damian Williams. What the hell? I guess, to be fair, maybe it changes when you're not on the team, but I set the roster to have Derrick Henry and Jacobs playing all those spots, but I guess not. Diggs is the only 1,000-yard receiver, and he barely did it, literally right on the nose, 7 touchdowns. Tyreek, 990 with 9. Travis 808 with 6. Keenan 774 with 11. Looking at blocking, about similar to the NFC side. Looking at the sack, not even 100 tackles. Maybe this is because, like, there's so many good teams, it's not easy for one guy to shine. I don't know. Sack total seem to be a little bit better on the AFC side. Miles with 18.5. Bosa with 16. TJ Watt with 8. Cameron Hayward with 6.5. Chubb with 5. 4.5 for Chris Jones. Pick total, Stephon Gilmore 5. 2 for Fitzpatrick, Matthew, and Sorensen. I don't know, okay, why he's in there. Tucker, he always disappoints me in Madden Sim. I don't know why. Jake Bailey was really good. Kick returning was supposed to be, what's his damn name? The guy from the freaking Bills, I'm pretty sure. Right? The Bills? Where is he? His name is Andre Roberts, but he was not on the list here because I guess they changed the depth chart when I left. Sweet. MVP of the league, Mahomes. Number 2 goes to Rajes. Looking at the AFC side, Offensive Player of the Year, Mahomes. None for defensive. No Pro Bowlers there, technically, which is hilarious to say. Because that's how they got here, is because they're going to win those awards. Nick Chubb, best running back, best wide receiver, not even close. Best O-line, of course, that's not really a shocker. Miles, best D-line, no linebacker, no DB, really. Oh, that's another one. Not Micah Hyde, but Jordan Poyer. Those safeties in Buffalo get a lot of disrespect, definitely over the years. Stephon Gilmore, number 2. Kicking. Is that a common practice? I don't feel like that's a common practice. Say so, man. Offensive Player of the Year for the NFC side wasn't Rodgers, even though he was the second on MVP, which is interesting. To be fair, he did have 4 rushing touchdowns. No Defensive Player of the Year. Rookies, no. Rodgers at best QB. No best running back for the NFC side this time. Number 2 for wide receiver with Metcalf. O-line, look at the names. Pretty much the whole list. Aaron Donald on D-line. Linebackers, not even on the list. You know how hard that is to do? Jair at number 1, and then kicking, no. So, we will now be forcing some wins, and we will take a look at who wins the 2021 Pro Bowl, is it? Yeah, it's 2020 season, but it's 2021 Pro Bowl, I believe. I don't know, dude, math is hard. Knowing me, I'm going to completely mess this up somehow, some way. It's me, so what do you expect, you know? Ironically enough, there is a Pro Bowl, but it's not like the Pro Bowl. It's going to be obviously the in-game Pro Bowl. And don't be like, oh, why didn't you do that? Nah, dude, you can't. It's just, that's physically impossible. I'd never be able to pull that off. No one likes and subscribes enough for me to even attempt that. But maybe like and subscribe. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PK Plays, twitch.tv/Jeromepkr, maybe streaming tonight. Okay? There's a decent chance of it. And I was really fast there. That's what she said, unfortunately. I would have thought I would have worked on that by now, but no. Pro Bowl, no one cares about, because obviously both teams that actually have all the Pro Bowlers are in the Super Bowl anyways. So, change some sliders, aka the All-Pro, and this will turn injury. The Pro Bowl usually has injuries off in real life anyways. And you guys are like, what does that even mean? Here we are in the Super Pro, we're in the Pro Bowl, Super Bowl, whatever you want to call it, the hybrid. We got to make some cutbacks. This is the best we can do. Of course, went with the most, like Pro Bowl looking uniforms-ish, kind of like brighter blue. I think it looks pretty good, honestly. It looks very, very Pro Bowl-y, in my opinion. About as good as you're going to get for the NFC side. AFC side, whatever. Who cares, honestly? But I want to know who's going to win. I'm always, conference NFC, always Pro Bowl NFC team. So, you know who I want to win, obviously. So, we'll see. It's going to be a tough one, obviously. We're not going to see any benchings or anything like that. Look at Grady Jarrett already on the treadmill. Jesus, buddy. This is why you don't fat shame kids, okay? Like, you just don't, because he's already self-conscious. Not conscious. Looks like the Chiefs will be getting the ball first. Or maybe not. I don't damn know. But the number 1 and number 2 MVPs, just like in real life, on the field here together for a fun matchup. Definitely not the Super Bowl. It's it's supposed to be a fun game, right? Fun. It does kind of look like Hawaii, I guess Tampa's kind of like. It's like the weather seems like it'd be similar, right? Maybe? I don't even know. Let's get into this damn thing already. All right, 5-minute quarters because they don't pay me enough for this. The kick return is by a guy that's not even in the Pro Bowl. What is this? Is that a ghost returning the kick? I am so confused. Mahomes coming out there on the field. MVP season, obviously. Super Bowl, Pro Bowl trip for both teams. Yeah, yikes. Really accurate season, obviously. Kind of sad to think that, not even sad, but crazy to think that he's doing better in real life. So, yikes. NFL rules change because right now you can't play defense. And look at the superstars and stars on this team. Superstars, X Factors, you got them all. Don't even worry about it. Mahomes with the play action. He's got his guy, or the pump fake guy in. Oh, my Lord. And he misses him. Jair gets burned on the field. That's the matchup I'd be looking for as well. I couldn't do anything about Damian. I'm sorry, boys. It's just the way the game is. I literally can't control both teams. I guess I should have just released him. That's kind of my fault. Should I do that, actually? You know, we backing out. I don't want Damian seeing anything. All right, we're playing the NFC side first, and Aaron Rodgers flipping the ball around. He always looks so off. Like, he looks like Rodgers, but if he played the role of Elf instead of Will Ferrell, or Buddy the Elf, if you want to call him. Rodgers, under center, just delivers a strike. Gunslinger and his gunslinger ability with his throw power and his release is actually cheese. It's actually broken. Like, he's so freaking OP. Like, I'm not a huge pocket passer fan, but, like, you just, how do you cover that? Like, sacking him in game must be near impossible. It has to be. Kamara in the backfield. Hopkins, I mean, looks like they're press. Oh, they heard about the press man. It's not press man, but Rodgers. This is a read option. Oh, my God, he got hammered. Holy crap. Rodgers for 14, looking fast there. Go damn. Not bad at all. NFC side off to a pretty hot start here. Look at Rodgers. Doesn't want to go down until he does, of course. Rodgers stepping back. Got some time, and here he goes to Alvin Kamara. Not bad. Fans are loving it. What is that? Why are they wearing Seahawks gear? I guess, you know, Pro Bowl fans can support their team however they wish. Aaron Rodgers with the fake. Dalvin gets about 9. Oh, my. This could be a walk-away for the NFC side right now. 2nd and 1, looking like another run, and they will hand it off. Dalvin is running down to the 8. Oh, my. You cannot stop this team. It might come down to turnovers. I like to see both teams tackling, though. Makes me feel good inside. This could be yet another run, and it is to the outside, and they cover that one up perfectly. T.J. Watt on the play, stopping him for a loss of 1, I believe. Yeah, just a little too much running now. This is the perfect time to run slants. They're all up on the line of scrimmage, maybe even looking for run again. It's got to find someone. He does this. What is this flag, though? Could be a hold. Rodgers to Hopkins for the score, but this could be coming back. It is not. It's a personal foul. Late hit on the quarterback. I mean, let's be honest. You're hitting Aaron Rodgers. That's going to happen. It's just going to happen. Andy Reid's not happy at all. Of course, penalty declined. The NFC scores first. The numbers are messed up, but it doesn't matter as the kick is up and good for Young Ho Koo. Some of the numbers are messed up. Not all of them. Of course, we're playing this on the glorious Xbox Series X. Not that it matters in the slightest. Of course, return game back to Mr. Hardman. Not that he's supposed to be there, but I mean, fair enough. He's fast. Who cares? Same difference, right? Mahomie. Patrick Mahomes coming out on the field. Of course, we know those numbers. We already seen them. We know that he was the MVP here and the likely winner of another MVP in the real world. Gets to play with his other options. You know, Tyreek Hill and Travis. Really doesn't feel like a Pro Bowl game. It literally just feels like a normal day at the office. 1st and 10 for the 22. Looks like it could be a run. I mean, it's not a run. And they got something crazy planned here because they are bringing everyone down. And that is a wide open lane for Nick Chubb, who gets popped by Jamal Adams wearing number 32 because half the damn roster for the NFC loves the number 33, specifically at the running back position. These guys, once upon a time happy, not so much anymore. All right, Mahomes going to hand it off again. Smart call, and look at them go. Josh Jacobs refusing to go down, gains a massive 21 yards on the ground for his first carry of the day. Both teams struggling really hard here to stop the run. And of course, I mean, obviously you're seeing it. Time behind line of scrimmage, 1.8 seconds. It's quite a bit. 19.9 speed, max speed. Doesn't seem like a lot, but he never really got a true chance. I feel like he was just getting to the point of running as fast as possible, but it's still obviously got a really good attack on that. First and 10, play action look. Perfect blocking, and Travis Kelce catches it over the middle. What is this flag, though? It can't be a roughing, is it? Holding of the offense. Bit of a late flag there, but then again, we've seen it a lot where, you know, the penalty does occur early, but they call the hold late because they're like, yeah, maybe that is a little too much of the grabbing. And of course, it's going to drop him back. Quick pass, basically a pass. No, it was a run to Keenan Allen. It's hard to tell. Sometimes it's a touch pass, you know. That one, of course, he was under center, so he couldn't give it forward. But that's going to be a bit of a loss there, you know. Very direct, but of course the defense was ready under pressure, and he's going to have to take another shot. He probably didn't want to. Gains 2. Was it 2 or 4? 4 yards on the play, I believe. Maybe 6. You know, math is hard, okay? Vision is not my strong suit. One of the main key senses, and not one of my strong suits. Of course, it will be the end of the first quarter, and the AFC side struggling a little bit more, but still promising. And look at Cameron Jordan. Oh my, that pressure has been causing some issues as the NFC has forced the AFC side to have to punt. Fresh set of downs at the 20-yard line. Had a really successful first drive. Never really had many tough situations. I don't even remember any third downs in general, and if there were any, they were all short. And here, quick throw, and ooh, that would have either been a pick or a pop. Got to think these pass rushers with the under pressure ability have been getting to both quarterbacks so far. As you can see, the defense, speaking of under pressure, oh my, I would not want to see a defense with those names. That's too scary for me. And here they go from the 20, 2nd and 10 now. Rodgers empty backfield. The line is struggling. Pretty much hit as he's thrown. Gets it out to Metcalf, but it's only going to be a gain of 4. I mean, it's still progress. Pete Carroll all the way to the midfield point already. Going to be playing middle linebacker for this damn team here. 3rd and 6 for the 24. In trouble. Quick throw to the outside. His old dependable himself. Devontae tries to keep it inside. Tries to cut it inside for a huge gainer, but still gains the first. And the set of downs is reset. Throw to the outside, and Mr. Hopkins getting some quick throws, you know, anywhere from the 5 to 7 yard range. 38-yard line, obviously you have the front. You got to run the ball here. This is a clear-cut run. The AFC doesn't see it. And look at Dalvin go. Those are some really nice moves, and it's crazy to think these are better moves than I would see when we're playing the EA. I don't know are there EA devs watching this, and they're just going to, like, upload this for the Pro Bowl in real life? Davante Adams with his 3rd catch of the day, I believe, gaining another first down. Of course, that's where Rodgers seems to be going when he needs the first down most, and he gets it again. 1st and 10. This is a little scary. Gets it off to Evan Ingram for a small gain. They look like they're going to go up 10, maybe 14 points unanswered in the first half. Rodgers, there's a little bit of pressure, and he gets it there. I'm too busy watching the game. The screen goes dark. Kamara gets the first down again. So far, the AFC has no answer. No answer. Empty backfield. This could be their chance. Come with the blitz. Force an issue. And there's no pressure at all. And what a laser beam. The best throw of the day goes to Hawkinson for a gain of about 20. Rodgers only missing 1 of 11 throws for over 100 yards today. Look at this laser beam. That is just insane. One of the wide receivers over the middle and almost and should have been intercepted. Metcalf has a catch. Hopkins has a catch. Devontae has a catch. Justin Jefferson probably not. And that one is intercepted. Rodgers gets a little too gutsy and he gets picked. Terrible throw. Terrible read into double. And Minkah Fitzpatrick, the turnover machine, may have just saved this game. 1 minute left. I don't think the AFC side's going to get much going on it, but I mean, you play safe here, and you're almost putting the game away at the first half mark. 10-0, 14-0. I mean, that's just very tough to come back from. Never know. All it takes is one little breakaway run or something. Maybe has the running back, doesn't take it though. And a little too far out, maybe a little bit too late of a read. Mahomes 1 for 3 with 6 yards so far. Definitely struggling so far in the pass game. Under a minute left. Cameron Jordan forcing some pressure. Could be a late hit on top of a really good play to Tyreek Hill. And it is from the 11 to just about midfield after a delivery system like no other. It's not delivery. It's to Mahomes. I apologize for everything. But, of course, a really good turnaround on this drive. Cameron Jordan. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Is that Tyreek? Whoever that was needs to be stopped. He got hit as he threw, and it was almost there. And the guy burned him by like 15 yards. This is the Pro Bowl. These guys are all insane. Taking a shot, and really good catch by Tyreek. Unfortunately, just too far outside. 3rd and 10. His NFC side is throwing so many different looks at him. It's a tough one. Mack dropping back in coverage. And he's going to come all the way across the field to the running back, and Mahomes is going for it all again, and he's wide open. Tyreek Hill ties the game. Tyreek Hill is impossible to stop. He's impossible to stop. Jair Alexander burned for multiple times today against him, and that is going to be a score. What are the next-gen stats here? Next-gen stats. Tyreek Hill. Actual lightning bolt. Time to throw. A lot of time on that one. Definitely a lot of time. And there was a blitz there. 6 players, and obviously a lot of time on there regardless. Over 60 yards completed through the air. And speaking of air, Jair got destroyed. And assuming they hit this extra point with 37 seconds left, the AFC side has scored in 30 seconds flat. All right, Rodgers and company, they're trying to make something happen. It is the Pro Bowl after all. Across the middle, Metcalf gets a decent run of it to the 40. Of course, this looks kind of like a little wimpy play. Could be even a run even. And Rodgers throws a spiral to the moon. That ball is just thrown away. Of course, that completion percentage dropping quite a bit. And more importantly, only 1 completion since then. So obviously things are going well for the AFC side. Another quick throw to the outside. From the 44, got to take a shot down the middle here. I feel like they're vulnerable. Look, everyone's up to the line of scrimmage. Right down the middle should be naked. And to the outside, DK Metcalf to the 40. Maybe even run it. There's 3 down linemen. Take a chance. Your line is blocked for pretty much 7 untouched every time. Rodgers looking to throw, and he does get a Kamara who's got a lot of room. Down to the 19. Timeout called. 3 seconds in the second quarter. Going to be snapped. Russell on the hold. Young Oku, can he hit it? He can do so. Halftime, the score is 10-7. You can pretty much triple the score as well if you want to do the math on that. That would be 30-21. A very, very close game so far. High scoring one. It's going to be count the times on it. Of course, yardage-wise, NFC burning the AFC, but that takeaway in the red zone was huge. Some of the highlight plays, obviously there were a decent bit of them. A lot of nice throws. A couple of good runs by the running backs. Look at that throw to Tyreek. A big one in the game. They've had that look pretty much all day with Jair just getting burned left and right. The NFC has the sliver lead, but the AFC gets the ball first. So, statistically probably advantage to the AFC side, and a decent return there by the AFC to the 35. I thought he was gone. Empty backfield. Could be a screen, though. A lot of short plays, but it's not a screen. Over the middle. Perfect play. Oh, Diggs gaining quite a bit of yards on that. Mahomes 50% completion percentage, but of course they're still moving well and on par to take the lead. Just a little past midfield. They're stacking hard here. You do not want to run. Although they backed him off. Another quick throw. It's the Pro Bowl, but yet it's dump off city. All right, hurry up, look. 2nd and 4, and decent gain on first down. Got to get ahead of those sticks. They do, and quite literally do, as they get the first down yet again. The hurry up offense is working as the AFC side is going back to it again from the 35. No run yet again. Looking to throw. Why not? It's looked unstoppable. And that gain of about 4. Not bad again. Both teams utilizing those short yardage situation plays. Of course, looking like a run on this one. Why not? You're 5 yards. You're on par if you run it. Pitch to the left. Oh, this looks like it's going to work. Although nobody covers Lattimore, but they get the stop anyways. 3rd and 3. I thought after he broke free, he was going to quite literally break free. Of course, with Tucker definitely in field goal range here. Looking to run potentially on 3rd and 3. I don't know if I like this look. And it's a good one as Chubb gets the first down. A lot of fighting there. There's a lot of opportunities for someone to blow free. Mahomes in the zone. I don't know if he was always in the zone. I haven't really paid attention because nobody has taken a shot deep. Bazooka doesn't really matter. And oh, that's going to be a throwdown. Yeah, throwaway there. Really good defense. Blew right up the middle. Who was that? Was that Cameron Jordan again, who's having absolutely the best game in the Pro Bowl outside of Tyreek Hill? Over the middle. Speaking of Tyreek, maybe not, as he gets hit sticked and fumbles. Just as we were saying it, the announcer's curse comes into play, and that will be a clean fumble as Khalil Mack comes from deep and destroys him. I love seeing a man come from deep. What? All right, from their own 15, the pressure is off them. Even if they have to punt, you just trying to get a first down or two, make the punt tough on them. And ooh, this could be a bit of a drive derailer. This looks like it's going to be coming back on a holding call, and it will be. Elton Jenkins, so good for doing the opposite of that, but absolutely puts himself and his team in a hole here. Another run attempt, and that's going to be thwarted right away. I've heard an announcer say thwarted, so I said it there. No gain on the play, and when you're at your own 7, that is the worst thing to happen. Play action look. Rodgers has time to throw, all day to throw, and just flicks the wrist, and the ball is 30-some yards down the field. Absolutely nuts stuff. And Hopkins, there is nobody on him. I don't know how he didn't see that sooner. It looked like there was just nobody in the vicinity, 10, 15 yards around him. They're not going to show like the route, but I mean, there's nobody there. At least 10 yards all around him, wide open. I mean, the white line is the one that tackled him. Of course, that's going to be a massive first down from the 41 now. Could go to number 41 as Kamara is in the backfield with Mr. Rodgers, and it will be. And Kamara gets a ton of room, but yet again, the NFC caught cheating with a holding call. And it's Elton Jenkins again. These Pro Bowlers are too much, and I don't blame them. The interior has been insane for both teams. 1st and 17, I don't think you go back to the ground. Well, I guess I'm wrong because Dalvin gets about 11, and that will end the third quarter. It is not looking good for the AFC side. Don't hike this. Do not hike this. I guess to be fair, it's a Pro Bowl. I'd actually kind of like to see him hike it there, see what we can do. Of course, looking at the scoreline, nothing in the third for both teams. The AFC should have scored. But as we were praising Tyreek for being the player of the game, kind of had the play of the game, but for the NFC side, fumbling the ball just about in the red zone from the 45-yard line. Fresh quarter, Rodgers hit as he's thrown. And yes, that ball will be thrown out of bounds. I still probably wouldn't have taken that look. And again, who do you want to test on this defense? There's no one. Little flick of the wrist, and Evan Ingram is going to get it all the way to the 36-yard line. Evan just needs to score one touchdown, and he literally ties his entire regular season touchdown list. I will say in that situation, it kind of seemed like it helped him because the guy just missed his tackle for some reason because it was underneath. I don't even know. Dalvin up the middle, and look at Dalvin pushing forward. Almost put Chris Jones on the ground with a stiff arm, which is ridiculous. I formation. Got some wide receivers out there, but this is probably another run. And it is Dalvin bouncing, slipping. Chris Jones on the tackle again, but it will be a very manageable 3rd and 1. Looking like they're going to run it again. I don't think they have the pressure on the inside. Linebackers need to start moving already. But they're going to go with the play action. Fullback is open. He's not going to take him. He's going to take Hawkinson down to the 7. If the AFC side cannot hold them to a field goal, the game will be over. Rodgers, all the time in the world, probably could have taken the fullback. Instead, wanted more, and he got more. Hawkinson down to the 7. Trying to think of who the MVP of the game is so far. Maybe Cameron Jordan? I don't know. It's a close one. There's a lot of names. Maybe Dalvin if he scores another touchdown. From the 7, Aaron Rodgers, all the time in the world, the throw, and Hopkins Oh my lord, almost takes it all the way in. I thought, yeah, maybe a yard gain there at most, and he just somehow gets pushed in. And unless this is Dalvin running all the way to the left, this could be bad for the NFC. Do not run this ball. You're going to die. And, yeah, I mean, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, but that's a bit of a yikes. And that will drain us down to the 2-minute warning. As far as being a football fan goes, I obviously want this to be a stop. I want the NFC side to win, but I really want this to be a stop. Good job, number 53. I don't know who you're talking to, the cameraman, I guess. And they're going to run it, and Dalvin, almost untouched, looks to seal this game. Rodgers pushing through everyone just to go talk to Dalvin. And, of course, those two are hyped. Like I said, I think Dalvin may be your Pro Bowl player of the game. 2 touchdowns now, I believe. Had a lot of really good runs, breaking tackles, making people miss. Just doing it all. Really good block by Kyle Juszczyk there, and that will most likely be the dagger. Why not take a look at the kicking highlights? Nobody's missed a kick, so at least that aspect of it has been pretty clean. All right, Mahomes and company are going to have to put up some amazing miracle here that's just never been seen before to have a chance. Mahomes all the time in the world will take a shot, and you got to love it. A little overthrown there, but you got to love it. I want to see that attempt. Look at the NFC side getting absolutely nuts, knowing they're one step closer to being crowned the better conference. You get that, a little check. A little game check never hurt, Mahomes taking another shot. I love it. I love it. And Jair this time making up for it. Obviously, that was Diggs. That was Tyreek. I'm sorry to say, but that's probably another one. Win or lose, Tyreek would have been the freaking player of the game, even though he fumbled. Here's another shot. This time, almost picked off by Jair. I'd probably stop testing him. I'm probably take it right down the middle there, right where the 20 hash is, right down the middle. That's where you want to throw it. AFC side, a little bit of pressure, takes another shot. Doesn't really have him. Almost a PI call, and that will be a turnover on downs. I get the clock was draining, but you gotta go closer. You gotta get a chance at it. Ramsey in perfect coverage on Diggs, and there's just no chance for him to get that. A pretty good throw, pretty close one, but unfortunately that is going to be that. A first down will seal it. And Dalvin cannot do it. Okay, so it's going to be another kick for Mr. Young Ho Koo. Kick is up, and it looks to be through, but once again, at that angle, your guess is as good as mine. Is the AFC side for real? Another shot, and it's a great play. Oh my, the throw and catch of the game. I mean, this is where you got to take a shot probably, right? Tyreek looks like he's pretty well covered, yet they're still going to take it, and that's going to be very badly thrown, but it's still going to be called pass interference down to the 1. This is where you got to take Travis Kelce. And it's going to go to Keenan. The AFC side says, wait a minute, hold the phone, we could win this. Here comes the onside kick. They don't get it. It is over. Devontae gets the ball, and will be taken down kind of violently, but holds on. And so will the NFC side for the Pro Bowl victory. And there you have it. If the Pro Bowl could have been played, this is the result clearly we would have had. There's no other way around it. Obviously 100% accurate. And prove it. If I'm wrong, prove it. And you can't, because there is no Pro Bowl. Suck it. Of course, they're obviously going to be celebrating maybe a little bit too much confetti for a Pro Bowl, man. Player of the game actually goes to Rodgers. 239 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Of course, completion percentage was very high at 75 percentile. Let's take a look at that podium looking, very similar to the Super Bowl podium. I'm not sure what coincidence. Might as well reuse the podium, right? Why not? Oh my God, what's wrong with Rodgers' neck? He's got a freaking growth on it. Get that checked out, dude. He just looks so strange, Like you have NBA 2K where it looks like if you had a 4K TV with the highest resolution, well, that's okay, the highest refresh rate, you're basically talking to the real life players. And here it looks, it just looks like something I could draw in paint, which is untrue, but funny joke. Dalvin only had 1 touchdown, did he? I swear he had 2. I guess he did not. Never mind. I guess I can see why Dalvin didn't win it. Tyreek still could have been the MVP of the game if, let's get into the AFC side, would have actually won. No sack totals, but a lot of pressure. Minkah Fitzpatrick with a pick in the end zone. Younghoe Koo with the perfect game. And there you have it. That is Pro Bowl of 2021. And that is about it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section below who you guys think was the biggest snub by far of all the Pro Bowlers. And don't just say like a player because they were really good. Compare that to the players that actually got in, because obviously that matters too. It's not about just how good your player was. You know, let's say you're like, oh, J.C. Jackson should have clearly been in, and you're like, I would have taken him, you know, Jair out instead of him. You got to look at not just interceptions. You know, I mean, obviously interceptions are nice, but it is also the position itself and who is ahead of them. You know, Jair might not have all the picks in the world, but he has been pretty locked down this season. So, you know, you got to look at those things. But yeah, definitely could have tried to fit him in there, even though obviously, you know, this is an opposite conference. You know what I mean? I was just using it as an example. But regardless, thanks for watching. We will have another video later today. And like I said, most likely a stream on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. No video on the second channel today, but there will be one tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'll be come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!